beautiful weather and everything's greening up. And it's just the promise of spring. That's what makes May so special. So, okay. Yay. All right, so we're going to start with just breath. So sit in a comfortable way that works for you. Oh, did I push record? Okay. Okay, and then we'll take our hands. So this is the small of my waist. So the ribs are underneath and the hip bones are on top. And then I just take the hand like this. And I'm just going to press into the waist as I inhale. So you just push in. So you're actually pushing against your hands. And as you exhale, you can let the hands soften and maybe dry in a little bit. And we'll just do that maybe just 2 more times. Just pressing in as you inhale. 1 more time. And then we'll reverse it. So this time as you inhale, let the hands be soft. And as you exhale, press in. We'll do that 4 times. Just inviting the breath in. All the way. Let your hands rest. Pause. Okay, now we're going to go to alternate nostril breathing. So you'll take your dominant hand, thumb to the right rim of the, like where the nostril starts to flare out, and the ring finger and pinky can rest on the left, and then the middle fingers rest third eye or anywhere you like. Okay, pause here, close your eyes. Let the left or your opposite hand just relax, and then inhale through both nostrils. And seal off the left, exhale through the right. We inhale right, and we switch. So it's an exhale, inhale, switch. Good. Do maybe 2 or 3 more rounds. And then you can just let your hands fall as they, wherever they will. Pause and feel. Bringing your hands to your heart. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale completely. And we'll Om 3 times. Inhale.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
And dropping into your meditation. Your quiet, your spaciousness, your breath. bringing your presence back to your body. Beginning to gently deepen the breath. Keeping your eyes closed if you wish. We're just going to massage the forehead space for a few moments, and you can take the fingers to the center and just draw lines from the center to the temples a few times. Good. And maybe a few taps just to open up your third eye, this place of deep inner seeing. Okay, maybe some taps on the top of your head just to wake it up. And then we're going to take the hands all the way down. We'll do a little bit of foot massage. So any way that works for you, just spend a few moments on each foot. Between the toes, the heel, the almighty sole of your foot, top of your foot. Yeah, I'm just moving into this twisting of the foot a little bit. If you're still wearing your socks, the friction of the sock can be really nice. Okay. Switch to offer the same loving experience to the other foot. It's always a place of gratitude. Every time we collectively do this, it's an opportunity to just, so grateful for this healthy foot. You carry me and have a rock in your shoe and everything changes. So, okay, great. All right, friends. So our first pose is going to be a Supta Baddha Konasana. So it's lying down, soles of the feet together. And set it up so sweet. So we're going to use 2 blocks. So we can get the head a little higher than the heart supported. Sitting here pausing, going, okay, I'm going to put the blocks highest height for the head and second height for the heart. Put this on. So they actually probably will go closer together. Okay, and then I'll put another blanket down for the hips. Tush, and I'll just put the end of the bolster there. Smooth everything out. And, all right, so then we need some support for the knees or the thighs. And you might have 2 other blankets or some pillows lying around, and maybe another blanket to cover yourself with once you get there as well. So I'm just going to grab some pillows. So you can use those. Yeah. Plethora of pillows. And then we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. So socks, heating pads, all the glories of being in your own space. Okay, cover. And then if you want to put on your eye pillow, you could do that as well. Okay, I'm just going to wrap this underneath the feet just to kind of hold them together. Yeah, okay, all right. And there we go. Our part is on dog duty. Okay. All right. So we're starting with this posture. It's a great, Judith Hansen last year calls this, holiday pose. It takes a bit of time to get there, but once you're there, everything's open to receive. The breath is getting expanded. We've connected the sole of our awakened feet. Okay, and just dropping into this state of a meditation relaxation. Listening to your breath. Your jaw feels tight. Take your hands and just massage the jawline. That's always a good thing to do. Any place that feels tight, start to bring your touch there for a few moments and just drop back in. Staying as you are. Just beginning to deepen the breath a little bit into the spaces that the breath is being drawn into. Stretch the arms overhead, straight up to the sky and over, palms facing up. And you're not going to touch the floor, you're just going to stretch. Take a nice big breath, reach your arms away from you. And as you exhale, bring the arms back down. Maybe you rest your hands right on your tummy for a moment. Give it a little massaging love. Nice. From here, let's take the hands to the floor. We'll lift the knees up, make adjustments, whatever you need to do here. And with the feet on the floor, we're going to take a windshield wiper. It's going to be very gentle. Just rock the knees side to side. Bringing your feet to the floor, your knees upright, and you might just press up to sitting from here. Pause for a moment. Feel the effects of that. Okay, so here's the next one. So I'm going to take these two blocks. One's going to be for the heart, one for the head, and the bolster is just going to come just like that. And you'll make adjustments. I'll just move this out of the way. You might keep your blanket. Okay, so I'm going to lie down so I can get the shoulders and the heart. Just figure it out. Right, and you have this other blanket underneath you, or you have another blanket you had underneath your knees. If you need extra lift under your hips, and put it there. So just take a moment, and or you can even put your elbows on the bolster. Okay, once you feel you're here, you might want to cover yourself again. So we have the shoulders are supported, shoulder blades, head supported. You might turn the block higher height if you need to. And then the bolster is underneath the small of the waist, be a little higher. No wrong place to put it. So you're really just feeling, okay, feel my head supported, my shoulders supported, and then soft, creamy centers just dropping in. So you're in it. Hopefully you're comfortable. Full disclosure, at the head, the block underneath my head, I just turned it the opposite way. I feel a little more support for the back of the head. I'm gonna try that. The arms can come out to the side. And you're comfortable still and okay in your shoulders, and go there. Just be with the flow of your breath once again. So feeling where the breath is being received. Feeling yourself become a little heavier. Consciously release into your props, including the floor beneath your legs. And just staying exactly as you are. Picturing your body as it is placed, so feeling that the head is maybe in line with the heart or a little higher. The heart is a little higher than the solar plexus a little higher than the hips. The legs all in one line. You take the arms overhead again, just straight up to the sky and overhead, palms face up, stretch your fingers. Maybe even start to activate the legs slightly, and just take a few breaths here, expanding as you inhale, a little contracting as you exhale. One more breath.
Then on the exhale, releasing your arms straight up to the sky and down, and then maybe out to the sides, palms face up. You're gonna bend the knees, feet to the floor, and we'll come back to windshield wiper. You're gonna walk the feet a little wider this time. So moving yourself side to side. As you drop the knees, maybe the opposite hip lifts. Let's see. Okay, bring your feet to the floor and you might roll to the side or grab your head, take the chin to the chest, take yourself up. And once you're up again, just a few moments to feel what's happened. Breaking all the rules today, but we do 3 restorative poses. That's really hard for me. So, okay. Here's the next one. So I'm going to take these 2 blocks and make like a pi symbol. So the blocks are a little bit apart. And then we'll put the bolster on top. So these are going to be leg distance apart. Whatever that is, you'll figure it out. And you can have the blocks on the lower and second height as well. I'm going to put the bolster there. And then we're going to lie down and have all these pillows. I'll use one for the head. He's looking at me going, oh, can I have my heating? Okay, and then this is the pose. So the calves go on top of the blocks. And then I'm going to lie down. So you might turn the blanket we have here if you prefer it lengthwise. This I feel is like, it's like a go to space pose. You go, you're in the rocket ship and you're heading up. Okay, I'm going to cover myself up here. Okay, so now we've changed the flow. The legs are lifted, everything's resting. And I do want the chin to come in a little bit, so the forehead is in line or higher than your chin. Wherever you want to put your hands, I'm just resting my hands on my belly here. Let a big sigh come. Now we're just receiving the support of the floor. Softening your hip creases if you're holding any tension. The glutes, the buttocks, the jaw. staying as you are. Just noticing if you're clenching the jaw and the hip creases, low belly, anywhere. Third eye. Reminding yourself that this is space to let go and to release. We'll take the arms overhead, and I've set up close to the wall, so I don't have that much space. I'm just going to hold the opposite elbows and take them over. But any way that works, just to open side of the ribs a little bit and deeper breaths. Play with the breath. So imagining you don't have to put your hands into the small of your waist. You know what that is. We'll just pump the breath very gently. So as you inhale, you're going to expand the belly. And as you exhale, you're going to draw it in. Just do a few rounds like that. Opening the basin, the pelvic bowl. Let's do 2 or 3 more. So knowing that this leg structure we created is going to probably drop, put my feet on the bolster. It might fall. That's fine. If it falls, I'm going to make mine fall. Just if it happens to you, it's all fine. You'll just find a place to put your feet. So either on the bolster or on the box. Whatever happens, take a few moments. And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Just finding whatever you need here. Might be rocking side to side or in and out. Moving your feet. I'm just going to hug these knees in a comfortable way, whatever that means today. Just take a few nice breaths. Allow the thighs to move as they need to. Maybe help facilitate this breath. Okay, I'm just going to wiggle the feet, open the jaw, move the jaw around a little bit. Okay, let's stay as you are, friends, and open your mouth, stick your tongue out, move it around a little bit. It's attached to the throat. Let it move. Okay, and then I'm going to keep the knees as they are. You're welcome to put your feet back down on the bolster, the box, or on the floor. I'm just going to play with the tongue. You'll take your tongue and you're going to trace along, let's say, you put your tongue on the front, upper front teeth. And you're going to trace along the outside of the teeth, like inside the cheek, and then the inside of the teeth to the other side. And once you've done the top, you'll just go to the bottom. So the tongue is going to just move all the way to the back and round, and you're just going to do both sides. You're going to notice where it starts to feel, maybe there's a place there that you can't quite keep contact with the teeth. Maybe it's easy for you. Just do it a few more times and change direction. A little tongue exercise. Good. Okay. And let that go. And we're just gonna take a moment or two here. And then come up to sitting, so you can roll to the side or press yourself up, either one. Once you're up, pause for a moment. Take your time. And show you the next one as you're sitting. So I'm going to take this bolster now. This is going to go on top of the thighs, right at the hip flexor. So I'm thinking, do I want to move this blanket? I think I'm going to keep this blanket where it is. You're welcome to put another one at the front. I'll show you the pose and then you can decide what you like. Okay, so now I'm here. I'm going to take these two pillows and it could be another blanket. And I'm just going to put them at the back for my feet. Let's see. Wait. Okay. So I have this. I'm going to lie on it with the tops of the thighs. And then my feet can rest. I'm going to come all the way down. So you can put another blanket down if you like. And then you'll see, you might shimmy yourself forward or back, just be in a place where the hip flexors are just hanging. And then you can support your legs. I'll use these pillows I have here. Okay, so this is it. Bring yourself down. If it's too much for your back, you might put a block underneath your chest and your head. Let's see, so there we go. Okay, so I just put these blocks in. That's going to take everything up, so it's not, it's not such a big drop. If that's better for your back. Okay. And then once you've found it, and see if you can get your heels to turn out a little bit, so that the not turning in. The big toes are turning in a little more. And your thighs feel like a little stuck. You know, we do that little trick we do where you tuck the toes under and just press through the heels. Make your legs a little longer. Find you're happy. I'll say it again, wiggling forward, the bolster more over the thighs, not really the hips. And then we rest. Turning the toes and heels out, just widen the low back. If that's giving you any discomfort, just change it to whatever you do. You have palm over palm, just change your hand position. You're beginning to deepen your breath. Just as a way of inviting yourself to fall and Nice big breath in and side out. Our next pose is going to be child's pose, very supported. I'm just going to press up, hands and knees, and take these blankets out. Okay, so we're going to use the bolster for child's pose, and you can always build up your house. You can make it as supportive as you like. Okay, I'm going to use this blanket just to support the shins. My feet are off the blanket. That's totally yogi's choice. You can always put blocks underneath the bolster. You make it as supportive as you like. So use me holding on. It's kind of like we're just attending to the low back here. It's better for you to be upright. There's so many ways to do that. If your hips and heels don't touch, maybe throw something underneath or between them. Take the time, okay? We're going to be here for a little bit. You turn your head to one side. Once you've figured out your place, just going to cover up. Sending the breath into the low back. Maybe even the front of the low belly. Any place there. Turning your head now to the opposite side. On a few moments. Take a full breath in and side out. And one of your friends. Just sit up and straighten your legs. But if you'd like to take a downward dog, this is the place. This is the time, and this is the place. And you just use it to stretch the legs out. Keep your eyes very soft and even stay closed. Just this stretching of the legs. That's it. Whatever pose you're in, start to make your way back to sitting. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to move this. Oh, so beautiful. Yes. Great. Okay. I'm going to put this one for the head and the torso, and we're going to actually have the hips on the bolster this time. We've done this so many times, so you know how it goes. So you're welcome to slide the bolster in after, or you're good. Okay, I'm going to take this blanket, just have it here, and lie down. If you want to put something under your head, that's fine. I'm just going for a little bit of a lift. And yogi's choice, if you're back, everybody's going to be, this is the fascinating thing to me. We're all receiving the same information, and we're all doing something a little different. Love it. So you decide here if you want the bolster to come up a little higher and the tailbone drop, That's really gonna open this low belly, but if that compromises the back at all, then the bolster moves down and supports the tail. You decide. And yes, sting it. So, knees bent or legs straight, whatever feels good. Take the arms overhead again, just to open. And just let them relax wherever they go. Softening your third eye, 2 eyes. We've done this thing with the tongue and the teeth, so I'm gonna stay with that. And I'm gonna take your tongue now and bring it to the top of the upper teeth, very back on the right side. You're just gonna touch the back tooth there, and if you don't have one, you just touch the gum. And then take a few breaths and notice how we brought the tongue, I think I said the left side. That side's going to receive more breath. And then just to see that you've got it right now, you'll move your tongue to the upper back right tooth. And take a few breaths. And we're going to take the tongue to the bottom teeth, the back left tooth. Take a few breaths and notice the path of the breath. And then move your tongue to the bottom back right tooth. Feel this great connection of everything, even how you place your tongue. You can let the tongue rest. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Do a couple windshield wipers. Bring your arms down if you like. So move the low back and hips. Okay, you're gonna hug your knees in again, so you can adjust the bolster. If you want to move down or up. We're just using this child's pose on your back. Open the low back. And relaxed breath. One more breath. And you want to take your legs, you want to stretch them over, or you can just give the backs of your legs some love here because you're in this position. And set the feet on the floor. I'm going to lift the hips and just push the bolster out. Come into twist on the right side. So you can bring the bolster over to the right side if you like. Just whatever you need, and then maybe you hug the knees in and drop them over to the right. You can use the bolster to support. Find your twist, and with the head just gently turn to the left. You want to play with the tongue, touching the back teeth, and even as if you move the tongue and you touch the back tooth, if you touch each tooth on the inside of the mouth with your tongue, you take a breath in each place, you'll notice the breath moves. I got it. Fun game. Softening your face. Full inhale, exhale. Move to the second side. Take your time, go slow. You use the bolster, you just roll it over top to the other side. Rest into this gentle twist. Play with the tongue. Bring that in. Taking the time as you come out. And just stretch the legs out, take the arms overhead. So minimal props right now. Just give yourself a nice big stretch, maybe a little climbing the ladder. So move your arms, your legs. Roll your wrists and your ankles. And we'll bring ourselves up just to set up for Shavasana. So if you don't need to come up to do that, that's fine. Okay, we have 10 minutes. So I'm going to do half and legs up the wall. And then maybe half lying down. We'll see how good this feels. So whatever works for you is exactly it. It's just setting up for your own vacation, your own yoga holiday. So as you come into this, we'll just bring in this tongue yoga. Wherever, however you set up, once you're in it, take your tongue and start to move it along the front, inside, outside of your teeth. We're just creating that opportunity to open it. like to change your position, even coming to sit up if you prefer to end with a meditation, making that transition now, nice and slow. This time dropping into the deepest state of softening. Just let everything go. Staying as you are, seal this class, and making your transition out to seated. Basking in the afterglow, the shifting energy and smoothness of your breath. Your vitality, your space of radiating joy. And as you're ready, you'll bring your hands together as you exhale and bow your chin. And deeply honoring all that is. Preparing to seal this class with one Om. Inhale.
Om.
Breathe into your hands. And offer yourself all that you are. This great reminder, you are more than you see, more than you know. We'll offer ourselves out to each other and you get to take it all back. Thank you. Namaste. during the day. Thank you, friends. Have a great rest of this day. So much love. Thank you. Ciao, Bellas.